It's time for the movie raid, and tonight's victim is Sanae Loutsis, actress that played in Friday the 13th Vengeance. Hello.
Hi.
What's going on? What are we up to today?
I went to school, and it was really boring, but it was important, so I guess I'm fine.
Nice. So let's get right into the Friday the 13th Vengeance. Can you explain a little bit about your character, if you're allowed to talk about it a little bit?
So, my character is Ashley Jarvis. I am the daughter of Tommy Jarvis, and my sister is Angelica. So I am kind of a little bit of a punk in a way, a little emo, more of the mad, sad type of character, and my sister is a little bit more happier than I am. And kind of all I can say about her, don't want to spoil it too much, because that would just ruin the awesomeness now, wouldn't it?
Nice. Is this a type of character that you used to so far, or is this something a little bit more new to you?
It's very similar. I've played a lot of characters that are kind of sad and depressed, per se. They just don't have that bubbly attitude,
Now, working with Friday the 13th Vengeance, you stepping in across this type of film, how is this more different than all the other ones that you've previously experienced? Like, what makes this more a unique experience for you?
This one is a lot more unique because you're able to, look at the history behind it rather than all the other films I've done, it's the first of its kind. But Friday the 13th, you get to know who the characters are. It's easier. I can research other characters if I need to know a little bit more. And it's just a little bit easier to understand everything, too.
Have you actually studied up the history of Friday the 13th, or only specifically on certain parts?
I haven't seen many. I'm not a huge one to watch horror movies. I act in them.
That's kind of like the beauty part of this. If you're not a big horror fan, but you enter into a horror genre, it's kind of like a mystery, because you never know what's going to come out of the character when you're playing a dark type of character.
Yeah.
So what can we expect out of Friday the 13th Vengeance, as far as, isn't it supposed to come out sometime by the end of either this year or maybe next year or so?
Yeah, July or August of this year.
Now, I've noticed that you also do a lot of facial expressions when you're playing a character in your other roles. Do you think it's the key selling point to the audience to know your character?
I'm not exactly sure on Friday the 13th Vengeance per se, exactly, because, I've only read over the script once, not even the whole thing quite yet. So I don't completely know how everything's going to go with that one, but I would definitely say for my prior films that my lack of lines is something that can be replaced with facial expressions.
Yeah, and it's also a very, very good method as well as part of the acting as well, and not just speaking the lines very well, and as well as putting the character itself very well. But a facial expression is also important, because if they're not looking at your face, what you're feeling, like if you're happy, sad, or maybe concerned, or anything related to it, then you don't only get half the package, so to speak.
Yeah, absolutely.
So where do you think you're going to head off after Friday the 13th Vengeance? Do you think you're going to expand a little bit further out, or are you going to just stick with this and see where it goes from here?
Yeah, I'd probably say stick with it, kind of see where it goes from here. I'm not much to pick and choose things. I like to, if it comes my way, I will give it very open about it too. Just not really sure. Life is a mystery. I never know what's going to happen. So
how's your separate life? You have your acting life. Do you keep it separate, or is it just something you basically just fuse together and you're pretty happy being adapted to it?
My acting life is definitely very separate from my personal life. I don't love to talk about it with my friends. It kind of just feels what's the word, cocky to them almost. Even though I know they don't feel that way, it still makes me feel a little bad. But, once in a while, I'll tell them a little bit about it. I have my personal Instagram. I don't really like to follow any acting people there. It's just me, my friends, and kind of keep acting out of it. So
yeah, I could imagine how chaotic it could be, because you're doing all these acting jobs, and then you probably have school and probably other activities that from your personal life that you want to do, but you got to go to work and at such a young age at that.
Yeah, I definitely remember I had this one friend and her birthday. I never made it to one of her birthday parties. I always had an audition on the same exact day. I don't know why. and it made me so sad. Yeah, that's been kind of hard in my life sometimes, but, I love it. So it's just kind of one of those things where I'll take that, gotta leave a bit behind.
Yeah, unfortunately, when it comes to the acting world, you have to sacrifice a little bit in order to get where you want to get to in this. It's a very tough business, and so far you're toughing out really well.
Thank you. I like to think that.
At your age, speaking of which, do you feel restricted when wanting to perform a different way on your characters? Do you feel a little bit more restricted because due to your age?
Not like a little bit. But it's not really so much about my age, more like my belief. I do not cuss, not about that life. But it's not really because of my age. I mean, it's more my personal preference, I would say.
Performing in this Friday 13th Vengeance, which is probably going to be very brutal and very nasty, how do you think other people are going to react to this, especially parents and maybe other people in general?
I mean, this day and age, everyone's doing everything. So I don't know if it's going to be that much of a shock. I mean, if it is, I also wouldn't be super surprised because, parents kind of nurture their children, try to keep them away from the violence.
Yeah, I can imagine because sometimes the violence in some films can be harsh, especially when you're acting in them. Like, I can imagine it can take a toll on you from an emotional point because, you're probably like stressed out, or you're probably to the point where you probably feel like you don't want to do it no more, or, there's so many things that could happen throughout each job like that if you're performing in these types of genres.
Yeah, to a certain extent. Me personally, it's more that, I just get kind of wore out when I feel like I don't want to act anymore. And at the end of the day, it is acting. It is a little bit prior knowledge of experiences in there too, but I'm not the kind of person that hangs on to those things, so it doesn't really bother me as much as an emotional strain or stress.
Which areas of acting in your acting do you think is worth exploring, or have you yet any areas that you haven't explored yet?
There are a lot of areas I haven't really explored, I feel. I can't obviously name all of them because it's pretty much almost everything, I feel. I mean, I've done obviously almost all horror. I've done a documentary. I mean, it's I've practiced comedy before, but I've never done a comedy. I mean, there's so many other genres out there. There's just parts to other genres. It's like a genre of a genre.
We got a couple fan questions for you.
Ooh.
Yes, it's like a goodie bag, man. So I can't wait to see it. So here we go. Okay, this is from Alexia Angelino, and she says, name 3 of your favorite actors and why you like them so much.
That is a tough question. I'm not sure if I really have any favorite actors, just in general, but I can definitely name 3 actors I've loved to work with. I definitely would say my favorite actor to work with, no offense to anyone else, but it has to be my acting coach, Angela DeMarco. I love her, and she is such an amazing actress, which I didn't even realize, even though I was just taking her classes, but actually acting with her is a whole new experience because she knows so much, and it's kind of nice to have your own acting coach, right beside you when you're acting. Because when the scene is over, she can be like, okay, you might want to do this, you can just try it out and stuff. So that was really nice. My second favorite actor to work with would probably be Joy Benjamin, who was on the set of Beloved Beast with me. She played the crazy Aunt Irma. And I loved working with Joy because she plays this crazy lady, and yes, she's funny in the movie, but believe it or not, she's even funnier in real life. I didn't think that was possible, but she is. And her and her family are so amazing and nice. She really surprised me because when I met her, she's just like this normal human being. And then she went off and she was this absolute psycho. I don't think I could play a psycho that well. And then I think my last and final person that I love to act with, which I love to act with everyone, but I think this one's got to go up there, was Bill Oberst Jr. From The Parish. It was really cool because he has also a lot of experience. This man has so many movies that he's done. It's crazy. I haven't, my age isn't even as many movies as he's been in. That's a lot. And it was amazing because personally we had a lot of the same interests. I really love Disney. He really loves Disney. We're both in a lot of horror films, so that was pretty cool. He also came over to me a couple times, and he was just giving me a couple compliments, which, that boosted my confidence a little bit. And he was just so sweet. Even though I didn't talk to him that much, when I did, it was nice. He was just the nicest person you'll ever met.
Very nice, very nice. And this is also by the same person, by the way. Alexi Angelina also asks, where do you see yourself in 4 years at the age of 18?
That is another really tough question, but at 18, I think that would be my last year of high school, I think. I don't want to do the math, but let's just say it's my last year of high school, and hopefully I have all A's. Pray to the Lord that happens. And I'm probably going to go to college. That would be nice. And, it's hard to say, from an acting perspective where I'll be, because acting is just such, a hit or miss job, I could be something one day and nothing the next day. It's really hard to say there. If I have the opportunities to, I imagine I will continue acting, though. So.
And this one is from Rochelle Henry. And she asks, you're an amazing actress in horror and drama. Do you work in other genres?
Oh, thank you, Rochelle. I love knowing that I'm good at what I do. But, no, I haven't really worked on other genres besides, going to acting classes and doing an occasional comedy or whatnot. But I'm definitely interested and open to it, that's for sure.
Back to the Friday the 13th Vengeance, you said you're hosting a couple conventions. Actually, this is supposed to be the first fan convention of Friday the 13th Vengeance, is that correct?
Yeah, in New Jersey, I believe, right?
I believe it is, yeah. Because I just saw the post a couple days ago, so it seems like half the cast is there. Isn't Jason Brooks, Mick Strawn, and yourself going to be there, and I think a few others, right?
Yeah, and Peter Anthony.
Yes, that's right. Peter Anthony's going to be there. It's going to be really fun. I would love to be there, but it's super far away. When is this going to take place, by the way? Isn't this going to be in March or so? Do you know?
Yeah, I think it's in between March and April. It's right there.
Okay, go ahead and plug in any websites or anything that you would love to promote that you've been working on, or past projects, or anything that's been out already and so forth.
So the first movie I ever did a documentary called Neck, Beloved Bees, which was written and directed by Jonathan Holbrook. The Parish with Angela DeMarco, directed by David S. Hogan. Friday the 13th Vengeance, and that's pretty much it on my plate.
So there you have it, everybody. That is actress Sanae Loutsis.
All right, thank you. I hope to have another interview with you sometime as well.
Always.